Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, let's just jump right in with a wild idea. What if a key member of a company's board wasn't a person, but an AI? Now, I know it sounds like something straight out of science fiction, but this is a real challenge that corporations are wrestling with right now. So today we're going to dig into how you would even begin to write the rule book for an AI director.
And look, this isn't just some hypothetical thought experiment. Way back in 2015, the World Economic Forum went on record with a really bold prediction. They said that by 2026, the first artificial intelligence system would actually take a seat on a corporate board of directors. I mean, they put a hard date on a future that felt pretty far off, but, well, the clock was already ticking. But here's the twist, and it's a good one. The future? It actually arrived early. The very first AI board member was announced all the way back in 2014. Yeah, that's a full year before the World Economic Forum even made their prediction. So this isn't a what if for the future, it's a problem for right now. And it brings up a really fundamental conflict at the heart of this whole thing. And that conflict is this. How can a machine, something that thinks in pure, absolute logic and code, possibly operate in a world of ambiguous human laws? I mean, think about it. Our entire legal system is built on nuance, on context, on human interpretation. It's designed for shades of gray, not the black and white world of a machine. That is the core problem we have to figure out.
You know, this isn't a new idea. For centuries, people have dreamed of something called computational law. The idea is to basically turn our messy legal system into perfect, predictable code. But here's the reality check. Our laws are built on ambiguity. That's a feature, not a bug. Legal language is meant to be flexible, to be interpreted. Code is rigid. It does exactly what you tell it to do. You just can't translate one to the other. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
So if we can't just translate the law into code, how in the world do we bridge this massive gap between our ambiguous human rules and the AI's rigid logic? Well, the answer, and this might surprise you, isn't found in the boardroom at all. It's actually out on the highway with self-driving cars. See, in the world of autonomous vehicles, engineers ran into this exact same problem, and they came up with a brilliant solution, a concept called the Operational Design Domain, or ODD for short. And you're going to want to remember that term, because this one idea is the key to unlocking this entire puzzle. So what is an ODD? Put simply, it's the official rulebook for the AI. For a self-driving car, the ODD defines everything. What kinds of roads it can drive on, the weather conditions it can handle, speed limits, you name it. A car's ODD might say sunny days on a divided highway only. It's not going to try to tackle a blizzard on some winding mountain road, because that's outside its rulebook. It basically creates a safe, predictable little sandbox for the AI to play in. But of course, this is where it gets really tricky. A report from the European Commission laid out this exact dilemma. Okay, what happens when the AI's perfect logic bumps up against messy human rules? What do? Option 1, change the traffic laws for everybody, humans included. Option 2, just let the AI break the rules sometimes. Or option 3, have a human jump in and take control. And here's the thing, every single one of those options creates a whole new can of worms. Okay, so let's take that whole idea, the self-driving car, the rulebook, the dilemma, and bring it back to the boardroom. We're going to see what happens when you apply this OOD concept from the highway to the super high-stakes world of corporate governance. And the central idea is exactly the same. We can create a very clearly defined rulebook, an OOD, for an AI board member. This corporate OOD would spell out the exact legal, financial, and, really importantly, the ethical boundaries for every single decision that AI is allowed to make. Now, this OD approach leads us to a pretty radical idea. We're talking about creating a whole new kind of corporate playbook, one with two totally different sets of rules, one set for the human directors and another completely separate one just for the AI. The best way to think about it is like a bilingual contract. You've got one version written in normal, human-readable language. It's for the human directors, and they interpret it using their experience, their gut feelings, their worldview. Then you've got the other version. It's a super precise, machine-readable policy based only on hard metrics and data. And that is the one that gives the AI its explicit, unchangeable instructions. Okay, but for any of this to work, for anyone to trust it, the AI's machine-readable rules have to be built on a rock-solid foundation of core ethical principles. We're not just talking about programming it to maximize profit.
No, this is about hard coding things like fairness and responsibility directly into its decision-making logic from the ground up.
Let's just take one of those principles, informed consent. This is absolutely critical. It means that every single stakeholder, every investor, every employee knows exactly what the AI's rules are, and just as importantly, what its limitations are. They have to look at the plan and explicitly agree to let the AI play this role. It's a total commitment to transparency. No black boxes, no hidden agendas.
So all of this, it really boils down to one final, really powerful analogy that I think frames this entire debate perfectly. And the question is this: should we be treating an AI director like a car on a public road? Or should we treat it like a high-speed train on a dedicated track? Are we trying to make an AI that can navigate our messy, unpredictable human world? Or should we be building a special, controlled environment where it can truly excel? I mean, just look at the comparison. It's pretty stark, right? High-speed trains are unbelievably safer and faster than cars. And why is that? It's simple. They operate on dedicated infrastructure. They have their own tracks, their own signals. They exist in a completely controlled environment, totally separate from the chaos of public roads. And that right there, that's the ultimate takeaway. That operational design domain we've been talking about, that is the dedicated track for the AI. By creating this specific, machine-readable corporate rulebook, we are building that safe, controlled environment where the AI can operate with a level of speed and reliability that would be totally impossible out on the chaotic, open road of our ambiguous human laws. So that leaves us with one last, really crucial question to think about. Because this idea is so much bigger than just corporate boardrooms, right? As we integrate AI into every part of our lives, I'm talking medicine, finance, even the justice system, where else do we need to stop just adding another car to the road and start building a dedicated AI lane? When do we stop trying to force AI to navigate our world and start building a world where AI can safely and powerfully thrive?